Hi, here's another video on self-sabotage. I don't know about you, but I'm so good at doing that. I'm getting better at doing things differently now, but in my past, self-sabotage was something I did a lot of. I'm sure you recognise that when you get so far towards success in something, and just as you're almost there, you do something or you don't do something that brings you straight back down again. And then you beat yourself up, and then it's back to the beginning again. And it goes around in circles. I think the important thing is to recognise self-sabotage is a survival strategy. And it's useful to look at whatever's going on that's creating that need to do that. Because trying to fight your way through self-sabotage without addressing the reasons for it just doesn't work. It's a lot of effort for very little result. Whereas once you work out why you're sabotaging things and you clear it, then it's so much easier to do the things that you want to do. And, you know, often self-sabotage, well, like most things, is about safety and survival. So if a part of you thinks if you're noticed, you'll get into trouble, it'll make sure that you stay below the radar. If you're trying running a business when you're staying beneath the radar, it's not very successful. I remember working with a client who couldn't stand up and do 60 seconds in a networking meeting. And we tracked it down to childhood stuff. And we cleared that. And not only was she able to stand up and do really good 60-second presentations on her business, but she connected with her father for the first time in 20 years because she'd been holding stuff from childhood. And, you know, that's just one simple example. I know one of my reasons for self-sabotaging was if I do something and, you know, somebody sees it, then if it's not right, I shall get into trouble. So it took me years to get a website up because I found it easier to talk to somebody about the business because then it was my word against theirs. But if it was in writing, if it was on the computer, people could access it, see it, and challenge me. And that fear of not only getting it wrong, but not being able to explain my position was what kept me small. Thankfully, I'm past that now. But it's always about something. And that may be something that happened to you in your childhood. It may be something that happened to somebody in the family that's come down the family line. It might be something that you brought with you from a previous life. You know, if you had a life where being seen meant you were judged and there were dire consequences, maybe you lost your life, then you're going to be very careful about being seen in this life. Procrastination and self-sabotage can come in all sorts of ways. It can be about business, but it can also be about relationships. It can be putting off a conversation that you know would be good to have. It can be putting off ringing somebody because you're not sure how the conversation will go. There are so many variations on self-sabotage. But if you're finding yourself yo-yoing and repeating patterns, then you can be pretty sure there's some self-sabotage going in there. And it's about accepting that, recognising it's been doing a great job, and then going in and finding out what that job is about, clearing it so that you can then move forward in a different way. And, you know, this video and there's one I'm doing on procrastination. are just really a flavour of what we can do. I am going to be running a Zoom workshop on self-sabotage and procrastination, because that allows us to get to a deeper level. And life is so much easier when you're not running the old patterns. You know, I just love it when I can sit down, do a video, do a newsletter, get it out on everything. It probably only takes me half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. But when I'm in self-sabotage mode, it could take me a week. So you'll always know when I'm self-sabotaging. It means you've not had anything from me for a while. And some of it can be feeling under pressure and feeling as though you have to do something. And even if it's something you'd like to do, feeling you have to do it can bring up the rebel. That's often what happens for me. Anyway, let's do a little bit of tapping. So, as always, I mostly tap on the side of the hand. If you tap with me, you take full responsibility for your own well-being. So here we go. Even though I'm so good at self-sabotage, I learnt it a long while ago, and I've been doing it my entire life. And sometimes it's been useful, and mostly it's not. And I love and accept all parts of me. Even though I'm so good at beating myself up for the things I do and the things I don't do. And I love and accept all parts of me. Although there are parts of me that are really doing their best to keep me safe, and they're running on outdated information, I give them permission now to go and talk to my higher self, get the updated information so they can make new decisions for me that are safer and healthier and so much more fun than sabotaging myself. And even though I may not know why I sabotage myself, I'm asking my subconscious now to let me know in ways that are really clear why I felt the need to do that. And meanwhile, I love and forgive and accept myself for all that sabotaging. I really was doing the very best I could. And now I'm choosing to do a different best. And I love and accept all parts of me. So have a tap with that, see what comes up. You may get some really useful insights, and that gives you something else to be tapping on. So enjoy the tapping, and if you'd like to join me in my workshop when it's set up, it will be in November 23, then you can sign up for my newsletter and you'll get the first lot of information about it. Okay, thanks very much. Bye.